All right, Four on the Floor brought to you by Citywide Banks. 4 topics. We each go for 30 seconds. When you hear the ding, you got to stop talking, although you never do. All right, our first question. Would you pay $10 to see Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather during their weigh-in before their big fight on May 2nd? They actually are charging $10 if you want to go and attend the weigh-in, and they're doing it to keep things in order because it can get kind of out of hand, and they'll eliminate some people who don't want to pay the $10.
I've been to many weigh-ins in Las Vegas. I wouldn't pay $10 to go to my doctor's office and watch you weigh in. So I sure as hell wouldn't pay that.
Sometimes the weigh-ins are better.
Oh, it gets silly, and there's a bunch of people screaming and hollering, and no. And plus, you can watch on television for nothing. They'll have the weigh-in.
The only reason I would even consider it is because everything about this fight is electric. Everything about it. And just being in there during the weigh-in, you'll be able to feel, it'll be palpable. Now, I'm not saying I would pay the $10.
When is the weigh-in?
The weigh-in, I believe, is the day before the fight.
Okay. Where
May
are you
1st.
going to go after the weigh-in to spend the night?
You mean what property in Vegas am I going to stay at?
You're going to a hotel room, right?
Yes.
Because if you're doing this.
Yes.
And so forget the $10. That room is going to cost you $800. So you're paying $810 to see it.
Okay. So are you saying I should get in Saturday morning instead for the fight and not get in Friday for the weigh-in?
Well, but when you say $10, it's like, okay, you go sleep on a park bench? No, it's going to cost you because you got an extra night.
True, but I'm
staying in a
if
hotel.
I'm going to Vegas, I'm getting it on Thursday anyway. I want a 4-day.
And you're going to spend like $5,000 on hotel rooms because they have ratcheted it up so much. Okay.
All right, second question. The Cubs are calling up Chris Bryant, finally. Was it foolish of them to wait?
Not from their standpoint. It was for Cubs fans. It was. They might be. They've gotten off to a good start. I think they're 5-3.
Yeah, but their third basemen have been terrible.
The third baseman, Olt, was last in the National League. No, last in all of baseball in batting average and hits. He was 28th and 29th in on-base percentage. They have found a mysterious ailment in his arm and put him on the DL. Yes, they got to get him up here. He struck out in his first appearance, but he was hitting .321 in the minors, keeping up what he did in the spring. I think he ruined his rhythm by not bringing it up right away. They should have done it right away.
Well, the question is, and we'll never know the answer to this, is because collectively the Cubs' third basemen were so bad the first 8 games of the year. I think they hit something like 141. Might it have cost them a game? Might they be 6-2 or 7-1 instead of 5-3?
They would have been because they would have swept the Rockies.
Possible. All right. Third question for Four on the Floor, brought to you by Citywide Banks. And it is, who's your dark horse to win the NBA title?
Well, it would be that horse and rider we just saw. He was a dark horse, and what team? Dark horse to win the NBA title. Would you consider the San Antonio Spurs a dark horse?
I was going to go there. They're the 6th seed, and that's what you're pointing at, right?
Yeah, I will say this. I think, and the question came up on Around the Horn, and I'll tell you what I think. I think there are 4 teams in the Western Conference that can beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. So the dark horse would be...
Name the 4.
Warriors, Spurs, Houston.
Really?
Clippers. I believe that, so the dark horse really, you would consider the Clippers a dark horse, wouldn't you?
I would.
Okay. I think they will. I think playing in the Eastern Conference is like playing in a non.
You're the best team in AAA?
Nebraska's non-conference schedule. I mean, the lousy teams.
I'm still taking Cleveland. All right, well, final question. Four on the floor.
$1? You want to
dollar?
$1?
Bet you $1.
Okay, gosh, that means $2.
All right, what do you like more, chocolate cake or carrot cake?
I wouldn't eat carrot cake if. I don't think dessert is a vegetable. Yeah, vegetable is if you want me to eat carrot cake, you bring that early in the meal. I want something at the end. Chocolate cake? Oh, there's something. Carrot cake. That's an oxymoron. Carrot cake?
That's like Jell-O for dessert. It's not a dessert, and neither are carrots. I'd take chocolate cake over anything I don't care if it's an
Where does
appetizer,
Jell-O
an
come-
entree,
Where does
a
Jell-O
side
come
dish.
from? Do you remember your
Where does
history
Jell-O
lesson?
come from?
Were you here that day?
Old women's toenails, I think, is what you told me.
No, horses'
Oh,
hooves.
yeah, it's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
That's four on the
So
floor.
you want Jell-O and carrot cake? How about that for a real bad dessert?
That's four on the floor, brought to you by Citywide Bank. It's a family-owned,
New York-
Colorado-focused business
New York
bank
cheesecake.
with 12 locations across Denver and Boulder. Citywide Banks can provide you more than 25 services that businesses need. They are also a passionate supporter of more than 150 Colorado charities each year. Citywide Banks, where this show does its banking.
I am Citywide Banks.
I am Citywide Banks.
At Citywide Banks,
We put you first by exceeding your service expectations every day.
Every day.